Stop being the nice guy. Now I know we've probably all heard the quote, the saying, what people say, nice guys finish last. You know, it took me the longest time to really understand what that truly meant. But to be honest, it is true. Nice guys do finish last. And not just in regards to relationships, but in life as well. I think as a man, you have to, or woman, you have to have boundaries. You have to have certain boundaries that people cannot cross. You have to have a certain swagger about yourself, a certain arrogance about yourself that shows you mean business, that you're not a pushover, and that you're not somebody that people can just take advantage of, because that's what the nice guy is. I used to be like that. I used to be the type of person that would, go leaps and bounds to just please people and just make them happy and made sure not to disappoint people. And that's necessarily not a bad thing. Trust, it's not necessarily a bad thing. But when you are compromising your own happiness sometimes for the sake of others, it does not help in any way, especially you. We have all been in situations where we've done something and deep inside our hearts of hearts, we're like, man, I put my own happiness above myself for their sake. And it just doesn't feel right. You know it yourself. I've been through many situations like that, and I'm telling you, it does not help. It makes you feel weaker at the end of the day, and honestly, not saying that you shouldn't help people, not saying that you shouldn't try to make people happy, right? You have certain people in your life, like your family, your siblings, your close friends. Those are the people, when you do something, sometimes it should be for the sake of their happiness, because that's being notice the word I'm about to say, a kind person. But when you are nice all the time, and it is to the compromise of your own happiness, well, that doesn't really work out too well now, does it? Because it always brings back that thought of, man, I should have put myself first in this situation. So more so, be a kind person. Be a person that treats everyone with kindness, that is gentle, but when it comes to standing your ground, when it comes to having certain boundaries about yourself, you actually put that frame up and you are able to say no when it goes against the grain. Because that used to be my issue. My issue was that I used to be so nice to the point where I was afraid to say no. I couldn't say no to people. I was always the yes man, yes this, yes that, yes this. Knowing deep down inside in certain moments that I wanted to say no. I didn't want to do that certain thing. I didn't want to do that certain that. But once I started implementing the no's into my life, started implementing boundaries that I stood strong in, that I maintained my frame over, that's when, obviously, you're gonna disappoint some people. But that's the harsh reality of life, You can't please everyone. And the truth is that sometimes you do have to stick up for yourself and choose your own happiness. When it comes to doing something that, you want to do in a certain situation or you don't want to do, that ability of just saying no goes a long way. And to be quite honest, it actually gains you respect in the long run. Let's say you're at work, right, and your manager is asking you to stay an extra hour, but you have something you have to do in that extra hour, but you're afraid of saying no, so you say yes. Deep down inside, you're like, man, I should have said no. Now, obviously, be respectful about it. I'm not saying to say, no, I don't want to work. No, but tell them. Tell them that, I would love to, but I have this thing I want to do at this certain time, and I'm sorry, I can't, not today. I think the next step of this, and I'm probably going to make a whole separate video on this, but is to say no, or learn to say no without an explanation. Because that's something I even still struggle to this day with. Saying no without an explanation. Knowing that I don't want to do something, so no, I don't want to do it, I'm sorry. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. It's one that I still am working on to this day, but really think about it. Think about it. Stop being the nice guy or nice woman. Have a certain boundary about yourself. You know, be in your elements and be able to do the stuff that you want to do and say no when you want to say no. Because sometimes that's inevitably what gains you that respect from others. That gains you that, oh, I can't walk all over this person. They have a certain boundary about themselves. They have a certain frame about themselves. So really think about that. Think about that, guys. What do you guys think? I'm telling you, as a former nice guy, this is something that really resonates. But I know it resonates with some of y'all as well, and I'd like to hear your perspectives on it. So comment down in the comment section, like, subscribe. I'm telling you, there's more coming, so stay tuned.